Hey guys, Dr. Anthony Pellegrino with Chiro Edge. We got this week's research breakdown. It's going to be pretty quick and easy this week. We did three case studies we're breaking down from Annals of Vertebral Subluxation Research. All three of these case studies from this week are from that McCoy Press journal. I'm going to post a link to subscribe to McCoy Press in the comments. There's no better hub, I think, of subluxation-based research than the McCoy Press journals, such as Annals of Vertebral Subluxation Research, which we're breaking down today. They do a lot to support the profession. If you're an ICPA member, like I think a lot of people who watch this are, they give additional discounts. I think it's like, as an ICPA member, it's like $85 a year or something. I mean, that's just a no-brainer to have access to case studies, to have access on a huge hub of subluxation-based research, and I highly recommend getting involved with that. But our three case studies this morning, the first one is going to be really solid case study on depression, dysautonomia, chronic fatigue, a host of issues, the premenstrual syndrome, host of issues that this young woman suffered with. This is by Dr. Daniel Vaden. And I just highly suggest reading this one just to see how a case study should and could be written. It's just done really phenomenally. I mean, he's got he's got questionnaires for subjective measurements, so he wasn't just naming and listing symptoms of premenstrual syndrome. He had a questionnaire that was able to say, we had, I think it was like a 47% improvement in symptoms of PMS, specific improvements for symptoms of depression, huge improvements for symptoms of depression, as well as sleeping difficulties, a big improvement, like 20% improvement in sleeping difficulties. It was really great. And a lot of times when we write case studies, when we read case studies, there's a big emotional component to it, I think. Sometimes we use quotes from the, if it's a pediatric case, we'll use quotes from the parents, oh, my son, my daughter, blah, 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 it's so much better, he can tie his shoes, which is great. And, in our job of putting together patient-oriented handouts, that makes it a little bit easier because we're still able to pull on the heartstrings a little bit, but it doesn't really make for the highest quality of case studies. So he did a really, really good job demonstrating improvements in depression, PMS, sleeping difficulties, and digestive issues as well, such as heartburn, constipation, with torque release technique over a series of a couple months. 3 months is with a follow-up. Now, he does a really good job in the article breaking down the tonal technique, how with torque release technique, every adjustment is different, every adjustment kind of builds on itself. Now, we're not here to fight the technique fight at all, we're just here to document and help you guys educate your community. So there's some really, really good certainty there in terms of improvements of when we kind of see all these different systems being involved. Depression, which, it definitely involves a biochemical change in the brain and the central nervous system, which if we're going to be affecting interference in the central nervous system, we can see a big improvement. So he does a really good job breaking that down. The next one is going to be all about carpal tunnel syndrome. This one's nice and easy. This is a young woman with bilateral carpal tunnel syndrome who after 5 adjustments had complete resolution. I mean, there's not too much more to say about that other than we know and we demonstrate a lot about double crush phenomenon. We know that a lot of the times, even when there is, typically if we look at the wrist with carpal tunnel, those nerves from that lower neck, upper thoracic spine do contribute to that. So if there's interference there, it could definitely result in symptoms of carpal tunnel syndrome. The last one we have is about costochondritis. This is an Annals for Vertebral Subluxation Research. Person got adjusted over the series of 3 months with costochondritis that he had. It's funny because the way it talks about how the onset of the costochondritis was the guy was doing tricep dips at the gym as he's looking over his left shoulder. I kind of pictured that in my mind, and I was like, yeah, I guarantee you this guy got costochondritis because somebody walks by in the gym, and he was watching them walk by as he's doing his dips. So he had the onset of costochondritis. He had it for about 2 years, which, man, that's a long time to be having that sharp pain in the chest wall. He got adjusted over the period of 12 weeks. Saw some minor improvements in it. Also, he had reflux. It actually it seems as though it got worse. He had a hiatal hernia, which they corrected. They continued adjusting for another 12 weeks, and then at week 5 into the second part of the care plan, he actually had complete resolution of the symptoms of costochondritis, as well as improvement in the reflux as well. So that's absolutely huge. It's just nice, quick, and easy today. If you guys have any questions, you can go ahead and post that in the comments. We've got some cool stuff from ChiroH coming out for you guys in the near future, so I'm excited to get that your way. Have a good day, guys.